Hi guys, today we'll be talking about Accio from Harry Potter. Now what Accio really is that it's actually, you can pick up a magical object by using the spell. And basically, like as a story example would be like for example, Molly Weasley takes an item away from Fred and George in their pockets for their business they're gonna do, and that's a story example of what Accio is. It's really cool and magical, but also we're also going to be talking about how Accio is related to the Goblet of Fire. So fire is basically like destruction, combustion ways, and it's like madness, but kind of in a good way. So basically it's like sacred, the thing. So it's like a magical object, and Accio, you can pick up any magical object. And for example, probably Dumbledore brought out the Goblet of Fire into the Great Hall for people to see, for people to see, and for people to enter in a dangerous thing. And that's what it is for. It's like sacred. It's how the Goblet of Fire is. So Accio is a spell for levitating objects towards you. So what it could use for good use is that, like, for example, like if you're out of reach of an item that's really important to you, you have the ability to say Accio and the item will come towards you. And it's for example, like Harry Potter, he needs to say Accio to pick up something to teleport him back to safety. And Accio could be for good use like that, if you're far away from reaching that item. What happens with Accio and Goblet of Fire is that you're holding fire in your hand and it's sacred. And so that's why we need Accio as for safety measures. So like, what if the fire burns you? Like I said, it's destruction. So it could burn you, and you need Accio to help you levitate it up. And that's what's happening in the story of the movie or book. And they have the Goblet of Fire as sacred, and it's like really Gnosticism in it. It has a lot of spiritual stuff in it, I'm telling you. So if you guys need to read like the book or the movie, it's really good. And yeah, and Accio is used in it to pick up stuff, and like the characters, they use Accio in the movie to levitate stuff towards them. It was used in the movie. So the Goblet of Fire is basically like a cup of power of who has the glory in them. That's what it's used for in the movie and book. And the characters, some characters have it, some characters don't have it. But in the book and movie, like only like the person who's really brave and strong would enter this dangerous task. So Accio, people can use Accio as power to take something from somebody else. That's what Accio is used for in the movie. Take power from somebody is like what Accio is. Take away the magical object. And there's this thing called a Horcrux, and it's an item that signifies a person's soul. And if you said Accio and you took away the magical object, if you take their item that signifies them and say Accio, that is taking their soul. I think Horcruxes were like, this is later on, I'm still on the 5th one, but I think in Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hallows, Horcruxes are going to be introduced, but I'm still not there yet. I'm still on the 5th one. So you can take someone's Goblet of Fire, which is their cup of fire, which means they don't have no faith in themselves, and they got to resurrect that fate by creating new fire with magic. Dun, 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 dun.